Hey everybody, I can't wait to show you what we've got to see in my extra bedroom. And I've been working for a week, and when you work hard on something, you want to show it off. Isn't that how we are? So I can't wait to show it to you. First, I want to talk a little bit about our perfectionism while people get in our live feed. This all started because I wanted to get my bathroom organized, and my charger's falling off. And my bathroom, I have some shelves, and one of the bins had all kinds of socks in it, just like crazy, and another bin had underwear, panties and bras, and then there was another bin with my travel stuff in it, and there was another bin with my yoga pants. Yeah, the stretchy ones. We all need the stretchy ones. Anyway, so I decided I wanted to get that organized, so I ordered some bins, and the bins look like baskets, and they're pretty, but the lids wouldn't fit them. But they still fit the spots. So that's where I want to take you in the beginning. So my bathroom is just, let me flip this around so you can see where we're going. That's the front room. That's my front room. I got the door closed with the pretty rose wrought iron thing that Tammy gave me for Christmas, and I haven't found the place for it yet. So it's just there. So that's my first thing that's not perfect. But let me take you into my bathroom. Now, this is, see if I can do this. These are my towels and all the bins. These 3 bins is what got me started with my little remodel project. And, I'm really happy with the way it's all looking. This is, and sometimes people want to know what my swish and swipe container looks like. I'm going to show you. Right down there it is. It's a little crock that holds my rubber swisher. Anyway, so we're going to leave the bathroom. There we go. Anyway, this is the hall closet. It got cleaned out too in this process. And now it just has coats in it. Imagine that. A coat closet that only has coats in it. And lots of toilet paper. Don't want to run out of toilet paper. So, I'm going to flip it back around again for me. Now, are you ready? Okay, folks. Here we go. I'm going to flip it around again. I'm going to take you to the door. Isn't that pretty? I just love it. Anyway, I'm going to open the door. And I'm not going to let you see it all at once. Anyway, so now keep in mind, this is a kiddie's room too. So we have this huge bay window. And the bay window has a cat bed and a statue that my friend Leanne Ely gave me of St. Therese. And the cat food. And I got the cat a new cat bed. But she is not happy with the cat bed. She's sleeping on the couch now because she doesn't like change. It's a peculiar little kitty. This, let's see, what else? We've got that, see the register on the floor for our heating unit? Let me tell you a secret. I took that thing off, put it in the dishwasher by itself, and ran it and got it spotless. Then I couldn't get it back in there. Robert spent the last 30 minutes trying to put it back in. And it really looks good now. Now let me swing over here. Now, see those black baskets right there? Those baskets were the ones that came out of the bathroom. And I'm just not ready to get rid of them yet. There's another big bin like I put in there inside of that basket. And this basket is holding kitty stuff. And then we got kitty litter in the corner. But we got St. Therese there, and Divine Mercy stained glass, and a pretty candle holder that I've had for a long time that really makes me happy because it looks like limbs. And this window is clean. And I even cleaned the wall at the bottom. So that's the first thing. And then this wall is my wall of things that make me happy. It's kind of like my happiness file on the wall. I like roses. I like Hebrews 11:1. I like the Serenity Prayer, the whole one. I like the little Martin Luther King Jr. quote that you don't have to see the top of the staircase to take the first step. And, you know, it goes along with faith. And I got that in Houston at Joel Osteen's bookstore. And then this is a picture of a rose that I took in my front yard. It has a double center, and I've never seen one like that. And this is a picture of a rose that someone else took and gave to me. And then this is a hawk that Robert took a picture of in our backyard. And then over that is Why Not Today. You know how I feel about Why Not Today. Eric and I and Amy Lacey love this term. You know, why not get started? Go ahead and get started. Now, here's our feather dusters. Let me tell you a little story about the feather dusters. These are older feather dusters, but we only have a few left of the extendable handle feather dusters, and they are going away. Okay, so, and that's behind, and part of cleaning out this room, I decluttered scarves. That thing was full, and I got rid of half of them. So, and I keep my step stool here. You got to have a step stool. And then there's a pretty little name plaque. I hadn't found a place for it yet, but it's going to go up on the wall somewhere because a friend of mine made it for me. And then here's some pink roses, hot pink roses that were at a convention, and a lady gave them to me when I asked her for them. So, and then this is amethyst bookends that my niece gave me. And my sound system that I plug my phone into. And I love that. So I like my music. I've been listening to Sheila all morning in here, doing the finishing touches. But you can see a little bit of the room in the background. So I'm going to turn this around and show you the rest of the room. So let me start in this corner. I still have the green shears up because I've got the new ones in, but they have to be ironed, and I ran out of time this morning. So it's not perfect, but it's getting there. And then I found this backdrop that looks like shiplap. And if I really like the way it looks on camera, I will get Justin to put me up real shiplap. But for right now, Justin and Robert and I put that up yesterday, and I'm happy with it. Now, in the corner is a lamp that my friend Ashton Dodge made for me. And I think it's out of, let me show you real close what it looks like. I think it's some kind of wood from the desert, a Joshua tree or something. So these are things that make me happy that are right by my chair. This is the dusty blue fabric slip cover. And then I found this yesterday, and I recovered a stool last night in Pound Goods at the fabric store. It cost me $2. So I spent $55 or $60 on the slip cover, and the backdrop was $25. So that's say $85 so far. And then I got my sewing machine moved over here, and that's where I'm going to keep it. It's going to be centered in that window. And I have two other sewing machines. But this is my new one, and then I have the old one that is going to go in this cabinet. but they have to have some work done on them. And Robert and I already have the parts. Everything's in the drawers, and once everything gets settled in here, now Robert's been working on me a new shelf for the closet. It's going to be center in this closet, and I have bins up there and 2 bins there and my emergency bag for travel. And then most of those bins on the right are empty. So I'm going to put another shelf in, and I'll put my sewing stuff up on the next shelf. And I'm happy. Christmas wrapping paper is in there, and some little organizing pouches that I like, and some Ziploc bags for clothes, and some aprons that my brother-in-law sent me. So everything's pretty well organized. I can find it all. And I am really pleased with the way this is looking. Now, this is my printer area. And those bins have things in them, but it's organized. Printer stuff and medicine canisters and different things are in there. I see one thing out of place. That's a spool of thread, but hey, I'm going to put all my sewing stuff in that little hat box right there. But I'm getting it there. So let me get seated and get the phone situated on my little pedestal here. Let me flip it around. And we're ready to go. So that's my big reveal, y'all. It's not quite where I want it, but we'll get there. I don't like that green curtain in it, but hey, I'm crooked otherwise. So it'll be white. See if I can turn this around. Oh well, we're getting there. Doesn't have to be perfect. So, does anybody have any questions? It's always fun. I kicked it. Oops. Anyway, where did you get the backdrop behind your chair? Where else? I got it on Amazon. It was about $25, and I think it looks pretty good. We all love shiplap, so it was fabric, and I've kind of stretched it a little bit with some straight pins, and Robert hung it with a little piece of 1x at the top. I don't like before and after pictures. I know y'all all do, but it makes me sad to see how it was. And now it echoes in here. Isn't that awful? I hear an echo. I may have to put up some sound blocks. Anyway, so we're getting there. And this has become a peaceful room. I have a little desk in front of me if I want to bring my computer in here and work. I have a long cord that goes to my speaker system that I can hook into my phone and listen to wonderful music. I mean, there's somebody else named Marla. That's strange. How did you keep your momentum going? Well, first off, I didn't crash and burn, and I didn't stash and dash. As I saw an area that needed to be worked on, I kind of thought through it, and then I sat and looked at it, and I had me three bins: give away, throw away, and put away. And so I started sorting things into their proper places. One of the bins up in the top of my closet is for geek stuff. I mean, I call it geek stuff, but it's really all those cords we collect. They come with everything. Plug-in cords, auxiliary cords, you name it. It comes into our houses, and we don't have a place for them. So I started collecting them all in one place, and then it was It was in two plastic bags of zippered bags that you carry on trips with you. And then it got too big and I had to get another one. And now I got it all in a bin and it makes me happy. You need a monogrammed Fly Lady shirt for Facebook. I guess I do, but I'd forget to put it on. It's just how I am. Let's see. Yes, Pam and Peggy were in the beginning. They're wonderful people and they helped me. But I would take their card file system, and when I'd quit doing it, it made me feel guilty, and I put it underneath the kitchen sink. And out of sight, out of mind. Isn't that what we always say? It just kind of would make me feel bad, and I just... But I took that and broke it down into into baby steps, pretty much. And we practice these baby steps every day. One thing I'm seeing underneath my vanity, that's the thing that the sound system is on. I have 3 pictures that need to be hung, and I don't know where I'm going to hang those yet. And in my spiritual box, I have a decal that needs to be hung of my favorite scripture. So I think I'm gonna put that over this window so you can see it when you walk in the door. I can't put anything that's got words on it behind me because that looks reversed, and I just needed a backdrop. Now, let me tell you a story about this chair. This chair is over 300 years old, and it's been in Robert's family for a very long time. The family joke that 8 people have died sitting in this chair. Well, that just makes me feel good, just to know that somebody has left this world sitting right here. How beautiful is that? And they took apart this chair one time. Robert's dad worked in the furniture industry. He was a photographer down in Hickory, North Carolina, close to where Tammy lives. And they took this chair because it was so old apart and used it as a pattern for a wingback chair. And it's a beautiful chair from the 17th century or 18th century. Anyway, 300 years. And it's comfortable. Somewhere along the way, a cushion got lost out of it, and I'm going to have a cushion made for it because I have to sit on a couple of cushions to get me up high enough. And, when you have something old that brings you joy, keep it. Let me show you. Let me turn it around again. That vanity right there was an organ that Robert's great-great-grandfather gave to a church, and they wouldn't have it, so he turned it into a desk. And I love it. I keep my makeup mirror and my makeup in it, and I can close it up so it all looks good. And this was a planter. It had a planter screwed to it, but I needed it upstairs for something. It's a good step stool, but we're going to use it as a step stool for the kitties because the kitties are getting older. And, your house has to be a place where people enjoy, and it's functional for your family and your pets. Let me turn it around again. Can I do it? There we go. So our home is lived in. It's loved. Our family, everything in here reflects me and Robert. And that's what makes, it makes life wonderful. One time somebody came into our house and said, you live in a tree house. Well, my kitchen is all windows. And it's so beautiful to have a home that reflects you. She said, this lady said, your home looks just like you and Robert. And we enjoy being here. We're here every day, 24/7 together. Now, he goes out and plays in the yard. He cuts things and kills things and poisons poison ivy and other things like that. He's always got something going. He's got a shop in the basement, which makes him very happy. And I can call on him to fix things for me. So he was working on this shelf, and it got time for him to go play chess. So his tools are still sitting over there, and I'm not fussing because he's doing something for me. He's doing something that I want done. And I look out this window, this bay window right here, that's the cat's window, and I can see some beautiful things. The rhododendron are blooming, and birds have nests in these bushes, and it's just wonderful. Janet just posted, it's beautiful and functional. I used those same words on a friend of mine's page just a few minutes ago. She had this beautiful pantry, and it was absolutely gorgeous. They just built a new house, and it was just wonderful. And I said functional and beautiful. And you have to love the space you're in. You really do have to love the space you're in. And having it hug you when you walk in the door, having it, be your place of peace. We all deserve to have peace in our homes. And when we have clutter sitting around on every flat surface, it's not peaceful. Right now, my coffee table in the front room has got some stuff on it, and it needs to be cleared off, and it will be. But my focus was here this morning. And when I get through with this show, I'll clean off that coffee table and be ready to get back to I still need to do the floors, and my focus was the big reveal today. And I just love it when you get to make people smile. Now, it's not perfect, and I'm happy that it's not perfect, because perfection is you can't get perfection. There's only one perfect thing in the whole world, and that's our Lord and Savior. And so I like to just kind of do what we can and make it pretty, make it functional for you and your family and your pets. And there you have it. So does anybody have any questions? You're going to have to turn your phone this way, and a little green thing will come up. And if you want to ask a question, I will call on you. Everybody's telling everybody how to get here. Okay. I love watching Love It or Leave It. Well, that's a cute show. There's all kinds of cute shows, and we can get inspired. Somebody asked a while ago, how do you get inspired and stay motivated? Getting inspired, you have to have a dream. How do you want your room to be? Even if you take a week to think about it, look at pictures on Pinterest. Think about if you want a craft room, what you want in it. All of those things. If you will just dream for a little bit and then start putting things down in a little notebook so that you can, excuse me, I might just set up straighter, so that you can see what it is you're wanting to do. And then what's your first step? Well, for me, I had a bed right where I'm sitting right now. It was a queen size bed, and I didn't have company very often. We have a couple of couches, and if need be, I got a blow up queen size bed in the basement, and we'll deal with company when company comes. And I'm not going to beat myself up and have a room, because y'all know what a bad hot spot that bed was for me. Things just got piled on it. And then it's covered in cat hair because it's fabric, and it drove me nuts. And if something irritates you like that, you got to get it out of your house. You just got to get it out. How can I declutter children's toys without feeling guilty? Well, it's real easy not to feel guilty. Keep the ones that they love and get rid of the ones that they don't play with anymore. Put them in a bin, put them in the garage, and after 6 months and they haven't asked for it, then get rid of it. Another thing you can do is to divide the toys into 4 sections, and every 3 months bring out a new bin. My phone's ringing in the other part of the house. So, and rotate them in and out. And when you rotate them out again, declutter the ones that they don't play with or they haven't played with, and declutter the ones that are broken. And you'll be really surprised at how much you can get rid of. My sister Susan just asked, what's a hot spot? Well, a hot spot is a place when you walk in the door that you just dump everything. I mean, you walk in the door, your arms are full, and everything just gets dropped. One time my hot spot was a rocking chair. And you know it's funny when you put so much stuff on a rocking chair that it turns over on you. You know you put too much stuff on there. So what you've got to do is eliminate hot spots. If you have a hot spot at the end of your kitchen counter, a lot of you come in and just dump everything on the island. Put something beautiful there. Put a vase with flowers there. Have a tablecloth. If your kitchen table is a hot spot, put a tablecloth on it. You're going to love it. Yeah, kitchen bars can be big hot spot unless you're setting the table there every day. So stay on top of those hot spots. Just spend 2 minutes attacking those hot spots and getting stuff put away. Because really all it is you've walked in the door and you've dumped everything in your arms. And there's a pile of mail, there's your purse, there's other things, you name it, it's there. And if you put it there because you were in a hurry. Yes, you were in a hurry. And being in a hurry causes us to do a lot of things we really don't need to do. So let's stay focused on getting rid of hot spots, organizing little areas. I mean, it's the 20th. Somebody tell me what zone we're in, because I don't have a calendar in front of me to look at. The first was on a Saturday. Second, third. We're in zone 4. Okay. Now, when you're in zone 4, we're in the master bedroom. My master bedroom looks pretty good. I have refreshed my linens this week too. I took my bedspread down to the dryer and fluffed it all up and let it, if it wasn't raining, I'd put it outside and let it air out. So it's just kind of, you do little things that you don't do all the time. That's it. Our missions when we're in the master bedroom sort of keep you going. And then while you're doing it, you don't have to do it again for another 3 months sometimes, because we're working our way through our detailed cleaning list. Now in this room, I had to do a lot of detailed cleaning. The baseboards hadn't been cleaned in several years, so I've had to clean this corner I'm in and make it look pretty, and know that I'm glad I don't have allergies, because I stirred up a lot of dust. I can tell you that. So let's see if we can get some questions here. I'm trying to read. Dumping grounds make us feel bad. I mean, when every flat surface of your home is covered in clutter. Somebody's asking, Joanne's asking, I don't know how to use a crock pot. Well, your crock pot comes with a recipe book, and it tells you how to do things. Think about using a crock pot for things that need to simmer for a while. And that way it'll help you. So, somebody explain zones to Susan. Zones are I'll explain zones. We break our house down into zones. We have zone 1, which is your front porch, your entrance of your home, and your dining room. So front porch, entrance of your home, and your dining room. And then zone 2 is always your kitchen. We need a whole week in zone 2. Zone 3 is your main bathroom and another room in your house. Sometimes it's your laundry room. Sometimes it's your craft room. Sometimes it's a kid's room. Sometimes it is the utility room. Sometimes it is the basement or the garage. You just pick another room that really isn't in any other zone. So that works well because you just have to do a little, you know. And how I stayed motivated with this was this timer. Timer. I would set it for 15 minutes, come in here and work for 15 minutes. That's all I had to do. I just had to do 15 minutes. I got started last Thursday after we did the show last Thursday. Tanner and Reed came and picked up the bed for Willow, and I got to bless someone with a bed, and it was a nice bed and hadn't been slept on much. I can probably count a dozen times it's been slept on. And she gets a new bed, and I get a new place to be, a new place to do the videos, a new place to sew if I want to go in here and sew. I love to sew, but when it's too hard to get it out and do it, you're never going to do it. So I set my timer for 15 minutes and came in here and worked. And then I'd go work on emails and things. And then I'd set it again. I'd try to do 2 sessions an hour. And that was, I just paced myself. And sometimes I just sit in here and listen to music and think about what I wanted it to feel like. And then when you get the feeling of how you want the room to be, then you know how to proceed. The closet was a mess. The left side of the closet was pretty good, but I got rid of 4 bags of stuff out of that side of the closet. And then I had a bunch of clothes on the other side that are my dress clothes for speaking engagements. And I got all them moved into my closet, but I couldn't put them into my closet because it was too full of clothes. So I went in there 15 minutes at a time and folded up clothes and put them in bags and put them by the front door. And they've all miraculously gone away because I have a son that loaded them up in the truck. I have a husband that helped me load them up in the truck. And Michelle came and got some of them. And wow, it is done. The clutter is out of the front room. It's been moved out. I don't have anything in my truck. I've got a closet full of clothes, and they're only in one place. I have a coat closet that just has coats in it, and it's like a pantry for us. It has extra toilet paper and other things. And I'm feeling pretty good about the way things are right now. I want to get a bin that's going to go in the cabinet beside my chair that'll slide in and out. Right now, I don't have any drawer to this thing, and it's hard to deal with. So that's my biggest hot spot right now is this cabinet right beside my chair in the front room where I work most of the time. I want you to have some fun this week. Come up with a dream for just one little area. Maybe you have a place that you want it to become your little sanctuary, your little sacred place to be able to sit and read your Bible and to sit and read a story to the grandchildren. A little place. It doesn't have to be big. It just has to have a chair and a table and maybe a basket beside you for... Think about Little House on the Prairie. Ma Ingalls always had a basket beside her chair, and her chair was by the fireplace, and that's where she kept her sewing and knitting and crocheting. She had a little basket full of stuff that she liked to do. You could have a little basket with some nail polish in it and some nail files, and you could pamper yourself sitting at your chair. Now, eventually I'll bring the cord that goes to the stereo over here where all I got to do is plug it in, sitting right beside me. And wow, we can have fun with this if you will just think about where just dream a little. And, Ryan Shoup says dream big, and dream big is good. Dreaming big is wonderful, but we doesn't have to be huge. It can be a little big. That's an oxymoron, isn't it? Just a little bit. Joanne wants to know how you make surprise chicken in your crock pot. No, I don't ever put water in it. I just put chicken thighs or chicken legs, and I clean out the refrigerator with jams and jellies and little bits of ketchup and barbecue sauce and other things. Put it all in the crock pot, put the lid on it, and cook it. And you're going to have some good surprise chicken when you clean out that refrigerator. And it's Wednesday. It's Thursday. Yesterday was Wednesday. Thursday, Wednesday's the day we clean out a refrigerator. Can I divide my bedroom into zones to get it clean? I'm overwhelmed. I would just walk in the door and start working clockwise around the room. Start with your flat surfaces. Clean off your flat surfaces. And just do one at a time. You don't have to do the whole room. Just work on the flat surfaces. And then you're going to start to see some success. And when you see success, it makes you feel good. And that motivates you when you start seeing success. A little bit at a time. I could have come in here and done all this in probably 2 days. But I don't want to do this. I've been dealing with blood pressure issues, so I wanted to keep myself calm. I had a good report yesterday at the doctor. My blood pressure was down. I had lost 10 pounds. So I'm feeling good. Let's see, where do you put things you don't know what to do with? Well, first I start with a bin of stuff that needs to be put away. And when I start seeing things that are like each other, like my cords, I get a bin or a box, and I sort through that box and put everything in there. And then you can take that box and go around the house and get it close to where it's supposed to go. If it's something for the kitchen, get it in the kitchen. If it's something for the bathroom, get it in the bathroom. Eventually, we're going to get around to those areas that you can organize. Underneath my bathroom cabinet, it needs to be organized. But I did the other wall, and the next time Zone 3 rolls around, I'll do underneath the bathroom cabinet. I don't have to do it all at once. See, it's our perfectionism that wants to see it all done at one time. Hey, Jenny from Georgia. We got people from everywhere. So let's see if we have. I still remember keeping my sink clean and shiny. We got a great testimonial this morning from a lady from I think she was in Australia, and she had been on vacation, or they call it holiday, and when she came home from holiday, when she walked in the house, it felt strange to her. Now, they left at the crack of dawn, and she was just kind of, she had the feeling that somebody had broken into the house. And she started looking, and her sink was shining, and her countertops were cleared off, and she got to thinking, well, I hadn't been broke into. This is how I left it. Nobody would come in this house and shine my sink and do my floors. So, that feeling of strangeness really overcomes you every time you get up in the morning, because you're not used to seeing it that way. And when you when it feels good and you walk in your house and your house hugs you, it is just wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. There's a lady that's posting, Danita, I think I'm pronouncing it right. She's a wonderful person for drawing blood. I love this woman. She got me on 3 sticks. I'm so proud. She said if it had been one more, she wouldn't have been able to do it, because all she can do is 3. But she did good. It's been 2 weeks ago. And my blood work came back good. Well, not great, but we're working on it. So I'm excited about health stuff, changes in my life that I can make. I've been going low carb, not no carb. I'm eating probably 10, 15, maybe 20 grams of carbs a day, and I'm really enjoying the process. And we're getting my blood pressure medicine straightened out, and that's just fun. My doctor, her clinic is called the Ashwell Medical, and it's in Asheville, North Carolina. And she has a different type of practice, and I'd never heard of this until I saw it on Facebook. And when I was listening to a news program the other night, they mentioned direct medical care, direct physicians. And so I pay her a monthly fee of $100. And if you're over 65, I think it goes to $109. If you're lower in age than I am, it's a little less, but it's $100 a month. And she's my primary care physician. And she has a pharmacy in hand. She has a pharmacy. I mean, and she filled my blood pressure medicine for me while I was there. And it's a at cost pharmacy. If you have something like this in your area, I was listening to this news program the other night, and so yesterday I was telling her about it, and she asked me if it was Dr. Uber. And I said, well, yeah, that's who was interviewed. And she said, he's a colleague of mine. I said, you're revolutionary. And she kind of laughed. But if you have someone in your area that's that way, I mean, she will do right by you. And she's tough. She asked me the tough questions. Where, Marla? She is on Depot Street in Asheville. So look her up, Ashwell Clinic. And she started her practice because she wanted to give affordable health care to people. How wonderful is that? And she doesn't deal with insurance. It's just straight out-of-pocket stuff. And I'm loving it, even though I have health insurance. And yes, Linda, that it works for me. It keeps my insulin levels down. I haven't had any blood sugar issues for the last 2 weeks because I've been adhering to my plan. And she said, we made a plan yesterday that we would do my plan until October. Now I have the metformin and the other stuff in there, statin and everything to get my cholesterol down, but I'm not taking it because I'm stubborn. I don't want to take any more medicine than I have to. I don't like medicine, but I'm going to go till October. I'm going to get my blood tested again. And if my A1C levels are down, we're going to keep doing what we're doing. And she's going to, we'll see. We'll talk about it. She's not going to force anything down my throat. I love that about her. And she's just an amazing doctor, Dr. Carly Brown. So check her out. She got a Facebook page and she writes stuff on Facebook. So she's fun to, it's Ashwell Medical Clinic. So on Facebook. So plans for flying for those with disabilities. The main thing is if you have disabilities is not to push yourself. To do a little at a time and not to push yourself. Because going overboard is not good for you either. You have to take care of yourself. And if you need to, set your timer for 2 minutes and get up and do 2 minutes and then set back down for 15 minutes. Pace yourself. And that way you're not going to get overwhelmed. You're not going to wear out. That's a big thing for us. Is we push ourselves to, it's all or nothing. You're either going 90 miles an hour or dead stop. Well, I want you to do like just slow and steady. Take breaks when you need to and rest. And we get bored easily. So it's more fun for us if we will do a few minutes doing this and then take a break and then go do a few minutes something else. And you're going to be surprised at how much you can get done in a day. Sometimes I just do 15 on and 15 off during the day. And other times I do 2 minutes and I sit down and work for 15 minutes and do 2 minutes. And then I'm back and forth like that all day long. I can get so much stuff done when that happens. Now, my charge is getting kind of low. Let's see if I can get some more charge going here. Let's see, I overdid it today and now I'm lying with a cold pack. Yep, that's what we do. We push ourselves and we push ourselves. We just have to slow and steady. I like the story of the rabbit and the hare. The rabbit was rushing around and doing all this stuff, and then he'd have to rest and take a break, and the tortoise was just going slow and steady. And, he made it to the finish line first because the rabbit got worn out and took a nap and forgot to finish. Well, self-discipline is big for us. We don't have a lot of self-discipline. That's why we have to play games. Games are fun. So here's what I want you to do. One of the fun things that we do on our Facebook page is called Fly Lady Bingo. And you write down six things that need to be done. And if you've got a dice, or you can write them on pieces of paper and put them in a bowl. You can play it lots of ways. But you roll the dice, and if number 5 comes up, you look at your list and do number 5. And you may need to do a countdown with yourself. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then jump up. Put on some fun music, and before you know it, you've done what you had on your list. I made a list of things to start this morning, and I've done everything on my list except hang the curtains that are right there. And I need to iron them first. Maybe I'll throw them in the dryer, but I don't think the folded wrinkles will come out. So, pace yourself. And that's going to keep you motivated because you're not going to be worn out. Just imagine if you had a bathroom and you hadn't cleaned it in 3 months, how nasty it would be. And you go in there and you spend 4 hours scrubbing this bathroom from top to bottom. Yep, 4 hours. You never want to clean a bathroom again. And then it goes another 3 months and you don't do it, and then you go through this. It's a vicious, nasty cycle. But when you practice the habit that we're practicing this month, it's called swish and swipe. A simple swish and swipe. That's all it is. Your bathroom always stays clean. Now, it takes longer for me to tell you how to do swish and swipe than it does to actually do it. It takes less than a minute. You wipe down the dental floss home runs from your mirror. You put away your makeup and stuff as you're getting dressed in the morning. And you wipe down the counters. And then you head over to the toilet. And if you've got any wipes there, you can wipe down the toilet. You can swish the toilet with your toilet bowl brush. And I only use old shampoos and old body washes to clean my toilet with. So I take whatever's left in the bottle that won't come out, put that much water in the bottle with it, shake it, and squirt it in the canister, or it's a vase that holds my toilet bowl brush, and bam, you have toilet cleaner. Soap is soap, and it makes it easy. You don't have an excuse. I keep a bottle of Windex underneath my bathroom counter, underneath my bathroom sink to spray the window if I need to, but with the purple rag, you just need water. And if you wipe the toilet with the purple rag, that needs to go into the laundry and washed. I like to let things dry before I throw them in the hamper, so I don't like smelly laundry. I have a tender nose, but it just makes it easy. Now, I got a couple of announcements. We have and Justin's going to bring some up to me. I don't have it up here yet because they just came in. The extra large mop head. Wow. And it comes with a chenille cloth with it. And then you can get it in a package with another chenille cloth and the whole Fly Lady cleaning system. And then, we only have a few dusters left. They're going fast. We've sold almost half of our remaining inventory in the last 2 days. And today we'll probably be down to a fourth of what we started with at the first of this week. So if you're wanting a feather duster, or if you're wanting a feather duster in the big package, you need to get the big cleaning package ordered, because after tomorrow that probably won't be in there anymore. So, it's a great little duster. And the mop, being just 4 inches wider, covers a lot of ground. And you're going to love it, like I love it. So, let's see, what else have I got to talk about? Robert was telling me that when he was putting the register back in over where the vent comes in the room, he said it's been hit by a vacuum cleaner. And I said it wasn't hit by any vacuum cleaner I've had, because I don't like to vacuum. I hate the sound of a vacuum cleaner. I have a little handheld one, and I have a baby Oric that does stuff, but I used the little handheld one this morning, and it did a good job. And then, but the baby Oric, it's just clumsy. I don't like it. And I have one in the hall closet. Hey, that's pretty good. I didn't beat that. He took it downstairs and beat it on the anvil, so he got it straightened out. It's nice to have a helpful husband. He spoils me rotten. He takes good care of me, makes me coffee every morning. Why are we discontinuing the dusters? Well, dusters have a shelf life if they're kept in the dark. And we had this inventory for about a year. Now, I keep mine in a vase and an umbrella stand. The ones I use all the time, the ones that are in this room, are in a vase. And when they're in the light, dust mites don't eat them up. And so we needed to decrease our inventory, and maybe in a few months we'll get another batch of them. But right now, these needed to be sold before they just had stayed in the warehouse too long. So, but I've got my original duster because I leave it out in the open, and it makes it it's a beautiful thing. I've got several original dusters. Some of them are almost 16 years old. So have you got your calendar yet? We got 10 more days before August gets here, and I'm already booking things into August and into next year. So I really needed a new calendar in June. And I've got my new calendar up on the wall, and it's ready to go. So I keep my calendar in the bathroom. Where do you keep yours? Do you journal, Marla? No, I don't journal, but I have a notepad that I keep by my computer that I write things on every day. It's not really journaling, but I have every one of them I've ever used. And so sometimes it's 2 a year, and they're dated, and I could go back through them and sort of recreate things that were happening at the time. Will you ever bring back your Fly Lady mug? No, it took us too long to get rid of them. It really did. So I don't think we'll be bringing back the Fly Lady mug. Well, folks, I just got the notice that I'm getting low on power. And we've been talking for about 55 minutes. I hope you enjoyed. Somebody earlier asked about ghost clutter. Have you ever heard of it? When a space is cluttered and it is decluttered, but it still feels cluttered. Well, you got to pretty it up to keep it from still becoming cluttered, because we clear off a surface. If we don't put something pretty there or have to use it every day, it's going to get cluttered back up. So put a vase there, do something pretty at that point, and you'll be surprised. We do not have a Fly Lady app for Android yet. Our people are having trouble trying to figure out how to make it work. They made it work on iOS though, and maybe next time you get a phone, you can get an iPhone. Well, everybody, it's been fun talking to you. I hope you enjoyed my big reveal. I'm pleased with everything. Robert will be home in a little bit, and he'll finish up my shelf, and we'll be good to go. I'm happy. How about you? If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. The room echoes a little bit, which has some concern for me, but I'm good with it. Maybe I'll have to bring a blanket and hang it up when I do a show. But it's been fun, and you just have to dream a little, because if you dream, you start thinking of the steps to make things happen. And it doesn't have to be a whole lot at one time. You can pace yourself and get things done. I know many of you have been suffering with this clutter and this chaos and uncertainty in the world. The uncertainty that's happening in Washington, and let's keep Senator McCain in our prayers. He was diagnosed with brain cancer yesterday, so let's keep our congressmen and our senators and everybody in Washington in our prayers, because they hold the fate of our lives in their hands, and they've been working on health care reform. Who knows when that'll be, but our health insurance has gone sky high, and it's hurt us. It's hurt our families day in and day. I see it. I see it when I read your emails and the suffering that y'all have been doing. So let's hope that they can get some things figured out and quit fighting. I'm tired of people fighting. I want people to get along. That's all I've ever really wanted, is just people to be nice to one another. So let's be nice to our families. Let's be nice to ourselves. And let's get our homes sparkling and shining. And so you can walk in the light of this happiness. Because if you're happy at home, it's going to show when you drive it in a car. Have you ever met somebody and they look like they're the saddest things in the world? You just want to wave at them and put a smile on their face. We just got to be kind to each other. Just, show some acceptance and some love. And, let people out when you're in traffic. Motion them on so that they can pull out in front of you. Be kind. Be loving, but most of all, be loving to yourself. Because if you show you this love and affection that you have for others, if you treat yourself with this same love, this love is going to grow exponentially. You're not going to be shall we say, I was doing a philosophical thing this morning with a friend of mine, and we were talking about why do women get involved with bad men? Why is it? Well, there are lots of reasons. They're desperate. They want somebody to take care of them. And, why do men get involved with women that are not right for them? So it goes both ways, but we have to take care of ourselves. I know I could survive on my own. I did for a long time. And when you take care of yourself, you're capable. That's the sweetest thing Robert ever said to me. He said, honey, you're the most capable woman I've ever met. And I got to thinking about it, and I said, yeah, I can change a tire. I think he fell in love with me when I took the vacuum cleaner apart when it wouldn't work. That's why I hate vacuum cleaners. I'm capable. I can change a tire. I can do what needs to be done. It might take me a little longer than it did a few years ago, but I could do it. And I have done it. And, you know, everybody knows how to needs to know. I can use a screwdriver. I can drive a big truck. I can do what needs to be done. I'm not dependent on anybody. I'm a whole person. Robert was a whole person. And together, we're a great couple. I know when I met Robert, he didn't know what I knew when I met Robert the first time I was going to marry him. That's just, I knew it. And he didn't really know what to think about me. But, after about 6 weeks, he said, this is looking a lot like marriage. And I said, yeah, I've been feeling that too. And he said, what kind of engagement ring would you like? And I said, I don't need an engagement ring. He said, oh, yes, you do. You need a token of my affection. I can just hear him say it. You need a token of my affection. And it took him longer to pick out the diamond and the setting. And he did a pretty good job, I think, because he wanted it to be flat against my fingers because he knew I like to fly fish. He thinks. We're both capable people together. We're a power couple. I mean, we're a real power couple. He spoils me rotten every day, makes me coffee. The sink is shining, and I get a cup of coffee that's absolutely wonderful. And all I got to do is ask him, honey, will you build me some shelves? And he'll put me together some shelves. It's kind of neat. Well, I'm down to 13%, y'all. I've been running my mouth for an hour and 61 minutes. I love you all. Have a great weekend. It's hot out there, so stay hydrated. I forgot to bring my water bottle in here. And, get those dusters while we got them. I love you all. I'll see you next week. I don't know if I have any big reveals for you, but, we're going to have some fun. And that's all that matters. Keep switching and swiping, and next month our habit is going to be laundry. So maybe you want to think about your laundry room and getting it pretty so you don't mind being in there. That could be a big reveal for somebody. Mine's in the ugly basement, so I'm not going to worry about my laundry room. So I love you all. See you later, and I'll be back next week. Here we go. Let me see how to turn it off.